Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we've got another match of the Link to the Past Randomizer Survivors of Hyrule tournament. We've got a semifinals game here between RadicalSniper99 and zelgadissan. I'm starting with the end commentary today. Is Tafel, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Star. How are you doing?
Doing alright myself. Looking forward to a good race here. Want to tell us a little bit more about what's going on with our tournament and these two racers?
Yep. So this is the semifinals of the Survivals of Hyrule tournament. This is a elimination style tournament where a losing runner is eliminated. There are two teams of four who are squaring off against each other. Right now, we're in game 4. Radical Sniper's team has lost 2 matches already. zelgadissan's team has only lost 1. So moving on forward, if Radical Sniper loses, only the last remaining team member, Kazdin, will be around to take on whoever is going to be around left for Magnet Hand's team, which is Zelga's team, which would be Dante, Zelga, or Wall Kicks in Game 5, which has already been decided to be cross keys, so this will be fun. Our mode today is Retrance, which is Retro Entrance Shuffle. We have a Crossworld Entrance Shuffle, Full Key Sanity, though we are in Retro, so the small keys are actually universal, so it's really just Big Key Shuffle and Map and Compass Shuffle. So we won't know our dungeon prizes, and we have to go looking for our big keys to get dungeons beat. We have a starting sword, which is nice. There's going to be a 1 sword placed in a Take Any cave somewhere in the map, with 2 more shuffled elsewhere, and then some of our other entrances have been replaced by Take Any caves with hearts and or potions, and our shops also have lovely universal keys for sale for 100 rupees, or an arrow for sale to use your bow. Well, to let you use your bow for the cost of some rupees. So,
Yep.
with about that, so gonna get going. It's gonna be probably very good.
Yep. Should be a pretty good match here. Retro as well, I don't remember if you mentioned this, does have the quirk, yes, that it's Rupee Bow. So I believe regular arrows cost 10 each, and then silver's 50 each, I think.
I think that's about right. I forget the numbers. I don't use bow and retro for good reason, and just like in other, because we don't have a bow, we don't have arrows in the arrow pool. Our what would normally be arrow drops in the item pool have been replaced with like 5 or 20 rupees. This is really interesting so far. So Jesse's doing his usual uncle start in this, and our tier 1 is 8 bombs. That's really nice.
That is. Got ourselves Upgrade Fairy in CAC. Sanctuary is in the well entrance, and there's our first take any of the day.
Yeah. Also, we saw a entrance to Paradox Cave. We've seen the Upgrade Fairy, and yeah, we have the well. Jesse is really hating this right now. Well,
Is
Jesse's.
that 2 entrances to Paradox there?
I believe that is.
Because the Hyrule Castle main entrance, I know that's an entrance to Paradox too.
No, that actually no, that's actually Super Money Cave at Paradox.
I'm mixing it up.
But Jesse's going to go grab 7 quick items here because he's going to go in the well, and then he's going to immediately follow Super Money Cave to grab the 2 free items in there. Oh, and a
Ooh, got a
glove.
glove in the well.
We have a vanilla.
Lost Woods.
Yep. Hey, look, a key there is nice. Keys are universal. Getting some of these early is really nice because they normally cost 100. Okay, that's
that's
a
a moon
really good
pearl.
well. That's 2 keys, a glove, and a moon pearl in the well. That is really nice. Yeah, you're gonna take that connector, and if it's in the dark world, you're gonna go for a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just a pile of arrows lying around the Lost Woods.
Yep. There should be game sound. Let me go double. Dingus. There we go. Should be on now. Gonna listen to Zelda's audio for the moment, using the Final Fantasy VIII MSU, I believe, today. And Chessie also has audio in the form of Game Teller MSU, as he writes it. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. Okay, so
Is
the
that
good
useless
news.
fairy there at the lumberjacks?
Yep, it's useless fairy. You can tell because the.
Oh,
Oh
Ice
no,
Palace at the
that's
lumberjack
not spelled.
house. Well, that's a good find.
Yeah, that's an annoying. That's an annoying entrance. That, like, this is a screen you only ever want to go to once when you start a race, and
It
you're going to
is.
have to go back there several times. Oh,
At
good.
least it's knowledge. Ooh, we've got a connector up here to West Death Mountain, Late
Yeah,
World.
yeah. Zelda. Oh, there's GT. So Zelda is going to be getting his Moon Pearl in his glove very shortly. Going to be a little bit mad about the bomb situation. Well, he has bombs. Going to be slightly disappointed that the triple is 8 bombs.
Map of Swamp Palace for Jesse, who has just found GT, also here on West Death Mountain. I got a few early checks here.
There's only 3 items he can look at right now, and one of them is in logic. He is going to, however, yeah, this is a smart play. There is a key under this pod. Keys are universal. You can steal the key. You're probably better walking out, Jesse.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's worth dying to the enemies there. Okay, or do that. That works, I guess. Alright, here's the ball for Zelda.
Yeah, there's his glove. There's going to be his Moon Pearl. So Zelda only really checked like the northern side of Hyrule, which is the Kakariko, which isn't too bad.
Alright. Spec Rock top entrance is TR Big Key Chest. Okay, that's a fine.
Yeah. I thought this was
Big Chest.
Yeah, Jesse lost track of his connectors for a second. He went back in the connector he came out from.
I was just about to say that looks familiar.
Yeah, he wanted to go out. This is interesting right now. I feel like this is a problem with how he kind of decided to do the death warp out. Well, I guess he's at 4 hearts. It's not too much of an issue. Like, death warping usually resets your... Okay.
Finds another shot. This one's got arrows and keys. Doesn't really need either right now. So I was just gonna leave it.
Yeah, I would probably just buy the arrows just to be safe. It looks like we have a vanilla old man.
At least we can set the save warp to wherever the other side of the old man's gone off to.
Yeah. I was really shocked that he has a Moon Pearl, so realistically, you kind of want to probably end up checking Dark West Death Mountain here. Just to get it out of the way. Those are 2 entrances that are really easy to orphan, and the fact of the matter is, like, you can have a Moon Pearl, so you can get them, and you can kind of, like, unless, like, one of them is, like, Mimic Cave, you probably can do whatever's in there. Yeah, Zelda walking out. You know, that's a real... Oh, no. He's actually going in...
No, he hadn't checked Hope Room yet. Jesse finding just the K45 there in the Old Man Rescue Kit. What is normally the vanilla Old Man safe harbor location, which $20 or $5 at Laser Bridge is a better find.
Yeah, to be quite honest, actually, like, finding K45 there is great because it's a really at this level of your health, it's a really cheap way to get all your health back for climbing up Death Mountain.
You've got 2 or 3 shields already. Okay, game.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
Well, that's actually interesting that there's a shield there, because this is actually one of the differences between Entrance Rando and Zelda buying an arrow, which is absolutely the right thing to do. You want to buy that arrow, so even if you don't have a bow, you just need it, period. But one of the interesting things with Entrance Rando is that it's one of the things that forces an actual, like, item requirement on Laser Bridge. Normally, in most of our in a lot of the other non-Entrance Rando V31 seats, you only need to be able to access Laser Bridge in order to get the items. It doesn't check to see if you have, like, a Cape of Burna or a Mirror Shield to make it in logic.
Yeah, due to advanced item placement logic, correct?
Yeah, and so...
Light Cave entrance is Dark Sanctuary, not useful.
Yeah. Well, that's not... that's the tree guy over by Pod, but yeah.
Wrong, yeah.
Hey, he has an
Dark Sorrow,
entire
that's
chapter.
nice
He has an
enough.
entire chapter dedicated to him in the Link to the Past comic. I can tell you that. Oh, good.
Nice. Oh, hey, here's another entrance to Paradox on
Yeah.
Dark Death Mountain here.
Yeah, this is nice.
Bunch of extra checks. You know, that's another connect. Yeah.
I think Jesse will probably go out the... This is hard, because you would like to theoretically get everything, but going out the bottom is probably the easier call. But that also kind of orphans the top entrance. This won't be an issue for him, because he'll know that... He'll find out soon enough that the top entrance is sitting in Kakariko. He's the money...
Ah, well, did we see the third entrance in CAC? I lost track of smidge.
We've only seen 2 so far.
That's what I thought. Is it Hyrule Castle?
Yeah. Okay. So he's going to bomb jump. He'll find out that this will exit out in CAC, and then he'll reverse and go back down to the bottom. I bet, because, well, he doesn't know where Sanctuary Save and Quit is.
He doesn't now.
Zelda is going to do a bit of a cheeky bomb jump here. This is not in logic. But ooh, okay, so this is one of the benefits of universal keys. Normally he's going to go for a chest that requires all 4 keys in logic. In this setting, this chest is now 100% in logic. 2, you also normally have to kill a Pokey for a key. Doing this with a fighter sword is incredibly hard. You probably need at least like an ice rod or something for it. So instead, Zelda's just going to burn the key and not have to kill the Pokey. He gets a 50% return on his investment.
Yeah.
And he's going to go up to check Chain Chomp's chest. It'll be interesting to see if he dies here. If he death warps here, he'll... Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's... Jesse, save and quit. Jesse... Oh, he's good. Jesse, save and quit. Jesse, you have a save and quit point here. Okay. Never mind. But so anyway, in the back of the well, sorry, in the back of Sanctuary, we had the Desert Palace big key and the Thiefstown big key, which are both nice.
Thank you. I was figuring out a couple things in the back end, so completely. I was about to ask, what did we find there? Because spaz it entirely. Ooh, Dark World Shopping Mall for Zelda while I give her there.
Yeah. This is interesting. This isn't in logic without a hookshot or a. We do have a chest here. Fortunately, just arrows.
Yeah.
This isn't in logic without having a hookshot or Samaria right now, or flippers. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's anything of interest here. It will be just literally just like Bonk Rock's Cave, and that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here's the dam for Jesse. Got a map to my ear.
Yeah. Zelda being a bit heads up on this. So what Zelda is doing is now horribly out of logic. But this is a really good way to get to Catfish right now, and getting Catfish out of the way at 11 minutes into a seat isn't too bad. This is one of your hardest decks to get to normally in entrance. We have a glove, we have a Moon Pearl. This is literally just like a connector away from here being in logic.
Yep. Oh, Desert Left is also in CAC. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, good shout here to route this in. Jesse gonna check the item in the back of the bar is just a heart piece. This one's never shuffled because it's the only entrance that you come into from the back in the game, so they don't shuffle it.
Yeah. Fortunately, Catfish is... Oh, it's even better. It's a map that's completely useless to us.
Map of Hyrule Castle. Don't need it.
Yeah, so Zelga's going to come by here. He's going to go immediately drop into Sync, grab his 3 items. And I forgot, including the 2 big keys, there was a second sword. So we're sitting on Master Sword.
Random
Things,
ask, as I noticed that, oh hey, Jesse's got a second sword.
yeah. So we're pretty well set on offense for a little bit. We would like to get our 3rd sword. We'll know that it's going to be kind of like sitting around in a take any cave somewhere. It can theoretically that take any cave can get placed anywhere now. There was a retrance. There was a retrance seat earlier in this tournament where the take any cave was like there were like 3 entrances left, and one of them was GT entrance, and it hadn't been seen. So it can get away pretty far. Hammer
yes,
pegs.
It can.
I believe that was. I'm not sure.
The Smiths did not move very far. Okay.
No.
And I did not catch that, unfortunately. Let's see. Brewery, back to desert for Jesse. Brewery's got $5. We haven't seen the uncle yet. Sorry, we haven't seen Ganon yet, and I think we're starting to run a little. We've checked some of the easier drop runs. I don't think we've seen Useless Fairy. No, we haven't seen. We haven't seen this actual Sank entrance yet, have we?
No. Zelda didn't have a glove, so I didn't want to walk over there for it. Jesse will probably head over there sooner than later. He's got a glove. He can check those 2 entrances. One of them is going to be an item. One of them is going to be, well, we're missing Magic Bad Lumberjack and Ganon. So theoretically, we can zonk on both items because we don't have powder yet. But there's a good chance there's at least an item sitting in one of those 2 checks that either of them can get to.
It's also just good information as well, since we do need to find Ganon to beat the game, and Ganon's in his vanilla location. That's kind of a pain.
I mean, I think a lot of runners actually, in like a seed like this, in entrance rando, with a fast Ganon, actually like having Ganon vanilla, because that just means you have to do the tower climb, and that means you get to do those 4 items, and you don't have to worry about those 4 items.
That is true. Front of Desert is proving to be a real snooze and a half for Radical Sniper here. I don't think he's found a single thing of interest in the place, besides, I think he's found some money.
Okay, well, and here we go. So we have the chance for a really bad Desert Palace layout. Skullwoods layout, I apologize.
Since the drop downs are shuffled with each other, right?
Yeah. This is nice. This is, at least, like, this will be, like, a free key. And then one of our Desert Palace's entrances was Sahad, so kind of a nice
side desert was Sahad. Eastern entrance is a take any. That is a heart for Radical Sniper.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not a terrible connector.
Okay,
I guess.
this is actually a good Skullwoods layout. Zelga's going to do a little bit of gambling here. He can get out. There is a... we are playing an entrance rando and not advanced item placement logic rules, so there is actually going to be a small key in Cannonball Room. So we can always trade a key for a key to get out of here, 100% of the time.
Yep. He also does currently have 3 in his inventory.
Yeah.
What pod did not go too far either. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
This is 5.
Yeah. Now this is actually going to be interesting. Pod isn't something you don't want to see early on in entrance. Everything in Pod is in logic right now.
That's a hammer in Skullwoods.
That is a hammer in Skullwoods. So everything in Pod is in logic, and there's 4 or 5 key doors that we're going to have to open. And Jesse only has 4 keys. I don't think he really picked up anything, so he could save Scum a bit, but this is going to be a massive key burn for him, because this is 12 items that he wants to try to get.
For sure. Alright, there's the big key to Eastern. Would have been funny if that was a pod big.
Yeah. Well, having the big key to Eastern's nice. I don't know if Jesse Mimic Clips. Zelga is gonna go see that one last entrance of Paradox Cave, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. We've seen all three.
Yeah. Oh, he hasn't even done Paradox. He knew where Paradox was, so he decided against it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Alright, Pod Stalfo's basement is $50.
Yeah.
Well, it does give you some money. Speaking of money, Jesse certainly has plenty. 552, not too shabby at I think that's 219 there for Zelda.
Yeah, well, we're still looking at having to spend. We've only spent like 100 of like the 700 that you can reasonably be expected to purchase in this game. Not accounting the fact that this is going to have a rupee boat associated with it. Zelda's going to hate this, by the way. Yeah. Yep. That little moment of pause. He hates this because he knows he's going to have to climb up a chick spike cave and then come all the way back down again. He is happy though that he has an orb from these locations.
That's
from his little out of. Well, actually, his stuff is completely in logic now, mostly.
Nice moment clip for. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
So I guess there's answers to the question of whether he does mimic clip. Yes. Garrick's found for Zelda there.
Okay, well, that's a key.
And there's a key for Jesse. Speaking of things, and $50.
Yeah. All in all, like this hasn't been the worst pod so far. He'll come out of this. He's going to spend 2 more keys in here. So he'll have 1 key coming out of it, which isn't too bad. Especially this is your largest key sink in the game. Oh, good. Good.
How does Zelda just get to the pod area? I totally missed it.
The bottom of Paradox Cave is actually the Dark Lake Fairy Cave. So he's going to go check what Jesse is kind of doing in Dark World now. We found
Mini Moldrum Cave.
5 items. Any of them good?
Architator's not terrible. Besides that, the bottle's okay.
We'll take a first bottle.
At least don't have to worry about coming back to Sick Kid whenever we find him, as we get a cane in the back of pod. That's useful.
I would take some Maria over a bottle, usually.
Same here. It does open up a few more options in TR as well, given we've seen a couple of the entrances to that place.
Yep, okay, 2 keys, so Jesse's basically going to come out of here key neutral. And powder. Perfect.
Alright, that works.
Oh, God.
That's the bottom of Spec Rock Cave?
No, this is the Fairy Ascension Cave that's your Light World equivalent of Turtle Rock Laser Bridge. And the cave
never mind. My sense of my ability to identify caves is really bad.
Look, I've seen you identify caves in Z2R. I've played this game forever, so I know what every cave looks like in Link to the Past. I don't know what the hell any of the Z2R caves look like. I look at that, man, and I'm like, they're like, that's a pastry cave. And that's not. And I'm like,
that's a late East Death Mountain connector now. That's useful, as we find Hype Cave here. Southeast Late Death Mountain, technically. Unfortunately, Hype Cave is not very hype. Got some money and got a key and some money, and that's about all there was in that place. 1 out of 10 maybe for the key.
Yeah, GFE. The way I look at it is, there's a bottle too. Cool. The way that I look at it, GFE, is like if you're coming out at least 1 maybe 2 keys short of what you came in Retrance for pod, you've come out a winner.
Yeah. That wasn't a terrible haul. Powder bottle and that cane.
Yeah. Okay. So that's interesting. So that's our Desert Palace North. Unfortunately, Zelda could, if he had Fire Swords, go and beat that boss right now. Unfortunately, he doesn't. So this is still unavailable to him.
Quarreling Brothers connector for Zelda. We'll see where this leads him. Another take any for Rip. Okay.
Yeah.
And Hype Cave, the entrance. in Dark World.
Yeah. So we went from going over to the pod entrance to go up to Death Mountain to go all the way back, like just a couple screens south. Oh god.
Yep. You're gonna see the swamp entrance here for Zelda, light the Hype Cave entrance for Jesse.
Yeah.
That's different. That's the wrong dungeon game, but that is a dungeon in the swamp entrance.
Yeah. That was a dark cave that Jesse found at Blade World Hype Cave. Zelda can actually 100% full clear this, so he's going to go beat blind right now.
Yes, he can.
We even have the hammer, so we don't even lock the big chest. Now let's see if Zelda remembers to not pick up the key next to Blind's actual room. And there's our
another
third take any.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse's at 10 hearts. He doesn't really need it, and whereas like you can always use it, like when you get a flute. If we get a flute, that's a quick blue goo pickup for free.
Yep, it is. Gonna check this entrance, the M cave, which is Hookshot Cave. Well, we'll be back later.
Yeah.
But that is easy. So that is, I believe, it actually a take any in regular retro, but with entrance rando, of course, that doesn't have to be.
Yeah, normally that would be the 50 rupee cave. There's 10 pots in there with 5 rupees each.
Yeah. The last retro seed I saw was also swordless, so someone ended up having to shovel money to get money for silvers to kill Ganon, and they couldn't use the M-Kid because that's a take any in retro, I think.
Yeah.
Which is, I remember that one. Back of Thieves now for Zelda. Again, the entrance is the Bumper Cave. Yeah, we're out of here.
Yeah, we've seen the other side of that. Jesse kind of needs to like go south and check. I believe it was the old lady connector. That will get him into proper Dark World. Then he can get a hammer, and then he has actual like Zelda. I forgot to mention this. When Zelda got the hammer out of Skull Woods, Zelda has proper Dark World access. He can go into any Dark World portal right now. So that'll be good for him. Jesse still needs to go grab that hammer out of Skull Woods.
Yes, he does, and he needs to get there first.
Yeah, unfortunately, like the only real way to get there right now is it looks like there's just like one connector in CAC leading to it that we haven't checked the Village of Outcasts area. Yeah, see with the thief drop and entrance, I'm usually, if I see it, I usually will just blind drop the item and say that walk over. If this was something that didn't require a screen transition like the castle would be like the one exception to that rule. Because you have to walk all the way around the castle just to do the drop.
Yep. Smokey and Blind Self for Zelda.
Yeah.
We're still providing the hero big and not too much else of interest at the moment.
Yeah, the hero big is like...
well, that's a cape. Okay.
Well, the cape is... We've seen both ends of Bumper Cave. So all that cape really does is says, oh, this is what we needed to get that one shield off of Laser Bridge. And
that was
until we find Spike Cave.
Yeah, Jesse's gonna find Ice Palace here in the Lumberjack entrance, and it's time for Blind for Zelda. Yeah. No crystal or pendant info for either of these. We have not found the bomb shop. We haven't found Saha, so no info on that yet. So no clue if this is a crystal or pendant.
Yeah, though I would say like this is 100% the right call. You can full clear this. This is one of the cheaper dungeons, so to speak, to kind of full clear. Like you're going to get an item almost at every step of this dungeon, and if it's a crystal or a pendant, you don't feel too bad about it.
Hyrule Castle right for Jesse, by the way. I didn't quite catch which entrance this was.
That was the front of Old Man Rescue Cave, the Death Mountain Ascent Cave.
Oh yes, that. Thank you.
So we can get to everything in here except for Dark Crosses and Logic.
Yes, it is, and you do need a lamp in Dark Cross with entrance modes due to new advanced logic.
Yeah, no substitution of the fire rod.
Nope,
In any
no
of these
sign of
games.
fire sources. Can't. So we will need to find those at some point eventually. Well, Rando's Rando. Dark Bomb Shop is Bomb Shop entrance. Dark Link's house. Brains quit. Not much of interest for Zelda either.
This is also really a nice dungeon to kind of dip into Retrance, because a lot of the locked key doors in Hyrule Castle are immediately accompanied by a guard who has a key. So this is a very, very key neutral. Zelda is going to go check what he had isolated up on Pyramid Ledge. I bet he was hoping that he had a mirror by now, but he doesn't.
Yep.
Okay.
Big key to Skull Woods, not a hard required one, but that could be useful.
Yeah, and here we go. Time to take a half heart damage every time we get hit by the screen guard, even no matter what mail we're on.
Heart piece on Pyramid Ledge for Zelda.
Yeah. He's going to go check Mimic Cave.
Yep. He has a hammer now to go do that.
Yeah, Jesse's going to go and do Dark Cross. Skullwood's big key is nice. That's a check that Zelda might not get back to in a little bit because he already checked the rest of Skullwood's. So that's a little less backtracking for Jesse eventually. Looks like mimics are in our major prize pool, which is nice.
Region Flex is also nice.
Yeah. We still have to pay Kiki off. We haven't actually seen the pod entrance. We haven't checked Zora, and we haven't paid off Dig Game or Kiss Game yet. So we still have like another.
And he hasn't paid off the bottle vendor yet, which did give him a decent refund. 300 warbucks.
Yeah. Tower Fair map.
Well, okay. Narcross not really paying off either. We're at the front of Escape, a bit of a snooze. Gonna Death Warp out of here and check what the other connectors it looks like. I don't believe we've seen either of the Hyrule Castle entrances yet.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is one of the things that like if we were to kind of like to go back like 30 minutes into the race and like go with what connector did Zelda take? Because I thought he took that connector to Dark Cross. Awful.
Not sure. Light World Shopping Mall is where the Hyrule Castle main entrance is.
Yeah.
And that's our take any with the sword.
Yeah. You know, you like to get here. And now you just hope there's just nothing else here. There's nothing else here.
Not at all. Never have to come back here.
Yeah.
And can head straight back through the entrance to go check the Hyrule Castle left, which is where he's going, as Zelda is going to go pull the dam.
Yeah.
And Meyer area, that's good.
Yep. So we have Quake today for our Meyer medallion. Yep. We can only check a couple entrances in here, and I expect.
Okay.
Oh
Easter.
no! Oh no! No! Don't do it, Jesse. Don't you dare do it.
What are you going to yell at him for?
This isn't going to be a Jesse thing. This is going to be a Jesse playing against Zelda. Yeah, he's doing it. He's going to do it. This is the Jesse going to play against a very, very common meta tactic of zelgadissan to avoid Eastern Palace at all costs. Unfortunately, well, I mean, he has the Eastern Palace big key, so he can get 5 items out of here, so this isn't really too bad of a check. But this is one of those things where you wish you had a bow. And
even if Jesse finds a bow in here, he did not buy arrows, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and we've
And
only seen
Zelda
that.
did. I don't think he did.
Yeah, we only saw that one shop on Death Mountain that had the arrows. So far,
Correct.
which is actually kind of weird, but especially considering like we've started to see a lot of the entrances in this seed so far, and we still kind of really only have like some south CAC entrances and Vo entrances left. That's our like 2 major clusters.
Yeah, big key to ice. Well, whatever we can finally do anything in Ice Palace, I guess that might be useful.
Yeah.
We have seen Ice Palace at the Lumberjack House, we just can't do anything in there. Waterfall Ferry is a bust for Zelda. Waterfall here in the light archery game entrance. Race game right is Spike Cave.
Zelda knows that's in logic, so he'll probably end his route here.
Heart container number 11 for the Jesse, and just a map on the race game today, so
yeah.
Not immediately critical to get back there the second we find a mirror.
Was it a vanilla bow? No.
Now the vanilla bow at library entrance is also useless. A shop that does not sell arrows. Or at least, oh, yeah. No, the Zelda's already bought them, so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the shops change off the top of my head if you find the arrows.
No, it'll still show narrow.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe bow is just a nice pal's big chest. Yeah, you know, that'd be kind of funny, GFE.
Ooh, that's a mirror, speaking of things in Spike Cave. We were talking earlier about how Jesse does not yet have regular Dark World access, and Zelda over here just got a mirror.
Oh no, that's what it is.
Is that the old man save quit?
The old man save quit. Oh, I was wondering how he pulled off getting in there, because I thought it was just Chicken Hunt. Because it was so soon after a save quit.
No, it's actually that's his Dark World access. Is you save quit to the old man, and Jesse has not done that yet.
Yeah, that does actually mean. So I'm trying to think how we're getting this into logic right now, because we can't save the old man logically without a mirror, without a lamp. So that entrance is 100% lamp locked to get into the Dark World. We have seen Bumper Cave, but where was the cape?
Cape was in Thieves' Big Chest. Thieves itself being in the swamp entrance, which
we can't get entrance to because
sort of. I don't think we have a connector over there, and we don't have and our hammer's out of logic at the moment.
Yeah. Well, this is probably something good for Jesse then, but no, it's not.
Laser bridge connector, yeah, and Candy doesn't even have mirror to check the Mimic Cave entrance from here. It is Graveyard Ledge, so that is at least an item, so not the greatest. And it's a key. Zelda is in front of Escape, which we know is a complete and total bust for the most part. Aside from the big key to Skullwoods, which is not completely dead, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's just like right now, it's just like how you get to East Dark World to get like Zelda's like out of logic right now, but he's out of logic in a good way. Because right now, the only way that he could really be having an issue is like if it's mitts and he needs mitts. But this is going to be bad for Jesse, because Jesse's going to come here. He's not going to have a hammer. He's not going to be able to have the mirror, and that's just going to open up a lot of like forced backtracking on Jesse, because he won't be able to get that out of Spike Cave.
No, and mirror's big, especially in because you can route a lot of entrances together, light and dark, when you've got both, which is and it takes time to backtrack, and he's already losing time to not checking that save quit, as you find Spike Cave right there.
Yeah, I'm honestly really surprised that he did this. He did save that old man so early and just never noted where it is. I know it's out of logic, but you're only out of logic by like one item, and like knowing where that is, it can be really good at getting your routes, figuring out where you have to route efficiently. I just hope he hasn't forgotten he saved it. I've seen a couple runners where like it's the old man was the logical access to Mire. You had to save the old man so you could get your mitts out of the Mire region. And runners have forgotten that for a long time that, oh, I can go safe foot at the old man and I can go check the entrances over there and get my mitts. And they've kind of started running behind because of that.
It absolutely does happen, even though when you save quit, the mountain cave does show up on your list of save quit locations. Sometimes brain farts happen.
Yeah.
Jesse is taking the late desert front entrance. Nope, that's back to here.
That's not too bad for him. Realistically, right now, like he. Okay, good. This is good for him.
There we go.
He's going to hate this now. Yeah, there's the look of, oh no.
Yeah, Jack can see it, but we can see Jesse's face cam, and he's not happy with himself over that one.
Yeah. Checkerboard Cave, which just has a map to... Oh, there's our other useless map.
Yeah, that was a vanilla... Is that a vanilla... That is... No, not quite vanilla checkerboard entrance house. Like, it's in the same region, at least.
Yeah.
Map to GT is not helpful, though.
Yeah, see, this is like one of the things where, like the Ice Palace Big Key is good for Jesse, but like right now, Jesse's not gonna, like, Zelda's not going to, is doing all these extra entrances right now that Jesse's gonna have to walk all the way through Hyrule Castle to get back to.
Yep.
And like, it's not a lot, but this this is going to start to add up because like Jesse's now doing North Dark World. He could be adding 1 or 2 more entrances along the way here, and he's not going to be able to. Neither of our runners have checked Sanctuary or the useless fairy drop down, by the way.
Hookshot in Blind's hut here, sorry, and Boots.
Oh.
And the big key to the pod. Oh, great.
Yeah, Zelda hasn't seen pod yet because it's over in Light Dark World, Light Flute 5 spot. Unfortunately, this is going to be like Zelda's got the boots around 39 minutes. This is not good for Jesse. These are boots he's probably going to be missing for at least a good half an hour, at least, I think.
I think so. He's just got so much else to do now that he finally realized where his Dark World access went.
Yeah, and if
even once he gets his mirror, he's going to have so much else to do besides run all the way back to Myron.
Well, he's going to get the hammer, and he's just going to go all the way up to Catfish, probably.
Yeah, which we know is a map to somewhere not helpful, as there's Eastern for Zelda, who is going in.
Yeah, this is for Zelda. This is because it's in such a bad location. He also has a mirror, and he has boots. Like, Zelda...
Really quick to run through here.
Yeah. Legitimately, Zelda has an emote. That is him entering and leaving Eastern Palace.
Nice. Here's the front of Skullwoods for Jesse now, so he will find his hammer in short
Jesse, you have it. Oh, Jesse. You have Samaria. You've forgotten you got it Samaria so long ago. You can do the room the easy way.
Speaking of doing rooms the easy way, Zelda does not forget he got his hookshot 30 seconds ago and does that room faster than one normally would.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zelda will get his Ice Palace Pinky out of here. There's really nothing else of interest.
Yeah, that big test wasn't really anything. He may mirror out of here, and then kind of go put South Dark World a little bit, South Light World a little bit as well. Jesse has kind of orphaned Mini Moldorn Cave, so it'll be interesting to see what's there. Yeah. And actually, to get back to something I was saying like 10 minutes ago, like, when neither of these runners do what kind of is like the meta start for a seed, which is called the Houlihan Open, where you fake flipper yourself over to Witch's Hut and check Witch's Hut and then do the fairy drop down, because it's really, really easy to orphan those two entrances. Otherwise, 40 minutes in, neither runner have checked those, and we still haven't checked that drop down, even though it could be an item. But to each their own.
Yeah, we're still missing both our North Light World drop downs. Well, we have not seen Magic Bat, Lumberjack, or Ganon. I think Jesse was on his way over to check the Sank entrance when he found Hyrule Castle main at the Darth Mountain Ascent Cave, and that completely derailed any and all plans to check the drop down, so we'll need to get back there eventually. Just might take a bit.
Yeah. Jesse's waiting for the hand. We found AA. IAA by AA. Yeah, so Zelga has not touched like South Light World at all. So he's going to be really happy here. And he's going to be really even more happier because he's going to like go see Hookshot Cave and he's going to go follow Hookshot Cave.
Oh, absolutely. That's 4 extra checks and another connector. Skullwood's big chest is junk for Jesse, so we do not need to worry about that.
Yeah.
Just $50.
It's also really nice because like you can kind of like route this over to the Ice Rod Cave too for him from a Zelda perspective after this. We haven't seen we're starting to miss some of our must connects, so this is either probably going to be Laser Bridge or the Floating Island connector.
We saw Laser Bridge somewhere.
No. I mean the actual Laser Bridge engines.
We saw that from Jesse, though I can't remember where. Half Magic and Blue Mail are neither required. Neither of them are required, but are handy to have. But Jesse did find a connector to Laser Bridge itself. The actual physical bridge.
That was. No. Laser Bridge exits out onto a single solitary entrance. That's the Turtle Rock Bridge where the big key chest is.
Oh wait, no, I'm mixing up different ones. Whoops. Yeah. Thank you.
It's really easy to mistake that one. Don't worry. And okay.
GT entrance is where that Hookshot Cave dumped you out at, so that's handy. Hera's our green pendant because we just found Saha in the Hera entrance.
Yeah. After TR, another bottle.
And some money. Right. Sorry. Continue on the entrances we're missing.
So this is in logic. Getting up here without a hookshot is in logic. Getting up here without a mirror in logic. So this side of the mountain's in logic. This upper side. So I'm kind of interested to see if this is going to kind of solve our where the hell's our lamp? How the hell are we supposed to get to the hammer side of things? Because Zelda remembering that there's 4 bombs in this house.
Yeah, it was down to 3, so good idea to pick up some more.
Yeah.
No, that's another arrow shop, also on Death Mountain. That's not helpful.
Where? Oh, good. Arrow. Good. Well, at least Jesse has his.
Bombos for TR entrance day.
Yeah. And of course, Spiral Cave has rolled itself into a place where nobody absolutely wants to go through it, like it usually likes to.
Yep. Chicken Hut here.
Yep.
The actual interior, not the entrance we were discussing about earlier due to routing things, and Heart Piece.
Yeah. Yeah, Zelda, I'm going to guess, is deciding to pass on doing the... there's a Gina. He's going to pass on checking the Laser Bridge entrance. I don't think we've seen that drop down. Or the Light World version of Laser Bridge. And instead opt to take these 2 Dark World checks, because these are actually in logic. And maybe mirror and see what the bottom of that is.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. This is going to be the Laser Bridge connector. This is going to come out of here and get dead-ended.
It should be a classic, because, Spiral Cave at the archery game, Hera down over here in the southeast Dark Death Mountain. That's but a good amount of stuff you can get.
That's a fire rod. That's no, we can full clear this. This is 100. We can have
okay then.
Clear this.
Doesn't help because this is entrance mode, we cannot use that as that does not fix our lamp logic, but that is something, let's see, Desert and Mire are red crystals, because our bomb shop is on, because actually it turns out that Spiral Cave took us to the top of Hyrule Castle, and the Aka Tower entrance is our bomb shop today.
Yeah, that's another dark cave. So we see 3 of those, 2 of those on the non-death mountain side of things. Where is this gonna... This looks like it's... This looks like it's the Death Mountain Descent Cave. Oh
Old
no,
Man
it is Old Man
Rescue,
Rescue. Yeah, it is Old Man Rescue.
Which was vanilla, like that.
Yeah, no, yeah, we've already gone through it. I'm surprised that Jesse's coming up here.
So am I. I don't remember there being anything particular besides the arrow shop in the game he's seen. That's the only thing I remember here.
He's gonna okay. He's gonna go do a little out of logic stuff and go up to Crystal Roller Room. I guess technically he can get to.
He does have a cane.
The cane only buys him cane of some. So he has a cane.
Bombo's here in Hera, big chest.
Okay. He does have a cane, but the problem is that the cane really only buys you. In Ganon's Tower, it really only buys you Tile Room. We don't have a fire source. We need a fire rod to get the Compass Room. And you can use a lamp if you're really good at it.
A second cane here in TR might open up a bit more.
I guess Jesse's going to try to take the... make a play and see where that Turtle Rock connector is going to take him. Which isn't bad.
Okay, small key and the green pendant there for Zelda of Moldorm. So Bombo's and the green pendant is the Bombo's green pendant and fire rod. Honestly, that's not bad.
No.
Unfortunately, Ice Palace is now a real thing.
Yeah, this actually also means that, like, you know, this would actually be really funny in its own twisted way if the green pendant was our lamp.
Yeah. Oh, Sickid here. It would be kind of rude as Sickid gives us a book.
Okay, well, we're gonna go turn that green pendant in immediately.
Yep.
Because that's sitting right next to our book check.
Yes, it is. Conveniences of having that mirror.
Yeah, oh, yeah, no. Well, this is actually good call for Zelda.
Oh, yeah, now that he has his fire rod, can just go beat Landmoose while he's in the region. Good choice.
Yeah. I just want to know where this lamp... This is one of those seats where, like, the lamp doesn't do a lot for our more experienced runners. But this is one of those seats where the lamp is such a logical crux that it's kind of funny. It's like finding where that stupid slingshot's gone off to in Zooter.
Yep, because you know it has to be in the game somewhere. You just don't know where it's gone off to.
Yeah.
You don't need it either, but it's kind of nice to know. It's like... What was the intended solution?
I also just want to know to see if somehow Tower Care ended up locking all 3 of our fire sources for the game.
That would be kind of funny, honestly, as we arrive on Lamnos. Alright, very, very nice Landmouse fight for Zelda. $20 and a crystal.
Yeah. Yep, that's his first red crystal, though. He doesn't quite know it yet. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't.
Yeah, it is. It was Desert Mire for red crystals. We found that out from Jesse's side.
Yeah, the bomb shop on top of Death Mountain. Yeah, so here's Zelda gonna hookshot across and then immediately run himself back over to, Good news is he doesn't really... Oh, he has a hammer. He's also going to do GT. Yeah, this is really, really working out well for Zelda.
Oh yeah, I forgot GT was up here. There's a lot you can get in
yeah,
GT.
Now the one thing that I forgot is, where did Jesse get that Samaria from? Because that's
that
like
Samaria would be Pod, which
yeah,
Zelda has not yet found, because that was at Lake Flute 5, and Zelda has not been to Lake Flute 5. He was in the Pod area earlier in Dark World, but didn't have a mirror at the time to check Light World.
Yeah, I kind of expect Zelda to kind of work himself over there sooner than later. He has a mirror now, so he can do Choppa Castle. But yeah, it kind of... Like, I guess it won't feel too bad. It's going to kind of depend where the GT Big Key is. I'm surprised, but I'm also not surprised that neither runners have bothered to actually confirm where Ganon is yet. But
They will probably want to eventually
they're
get
gonna get to it.
Jesse does now have the hammer to go turn in the powder if he finds Magic Bat at one of those 2 northern drop downs we haven't seen.
Well, no, we don't actually need the powder. We only need the hammer.
Or not hammer, just powder. My brain was not functioning. Right. Yeah. Entrances, things. There's a Hero Big for him, yep. which does lock Bombos, so that's good to have.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But this is nice. This is a big cache item. Zelda, this is the biggest cache that he can get outside right now that isn't pod. Honestly, 2 Swamp Keys, not. He's going to be kind of at the point where Swamp Keys are almost irrelevant to him, especially.
He's got 9 of them, so.
Yeah. Once he gets through pod, he'll be kind of like pretty set on everything because he's only going to really need to like hold on to 1 or 2 more and be good for the rest of the seed because Swamp. And then he can even start cheating keys into like Swamp Palace. We don't have to do Diver Down. We can just flood the broom.
Yep.
But yeah. Interesting question here is if we're going to find the GT Big Key in GT. I actually can see Zelda 100% climbing just to get back to the pyramid to do the mirror checks.
Powder is also in pot.
Yeah.
That one's in the U room, so it's also lamp locked, I think, or that. Oh.
Yeah, no, that one's lamp locked. That was in the double chest room, the double twin hallways, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I remember those in the U room, as I like to note it. I just couldn't remember if that one's fire rod locked or lamp locked in basic. Alright. Turbos can be a bit of a pain without a bow, but does get it done for Zelda. Finding back here a map to Eastern, $100 and $20. That did not really pay out very much.
No, but Crystal Eastern.
Alright, well that's good info.
Yeah, so Zelda's gonna quickly run up here. He may actually go through Crystal Swamp. Looked like Crystal Ice Palace as well.
You would be correct. And he now knows that Myers the red crystal.
Yeah, and I missed TR that looks like it's a pendant.
Alright. Don't need an ice rod for that, which is good info.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Ped seeds are kind of rare, and there's a last shield.
Yeah. I mean, we're still, we don't have flippers. Flippers are our major gate to a ped seed right now. Okay.
Rain pendants, Compass to Eastern does not yield anything.
Where are you gonna go, Zelda? Alright, he's gonna go on Orphan, one of these entrances over here.
Looks like it.
Which one is it gonna be?
Oh, he's going back to this. Oh, he's gonna check this out. It's the first time we've seen this.
We have actually seen the other entrance to this. I did not catch what it is. I think it is one of the dark light shops. Jesse came through. This is Spectacle Rock. This is gonna take him over to the laser mounted bridge. So this will work out perfectly for him. This is technically doing the spawn jump is not in logic. But yeah, okay, I was right. I didn't see what was on the island.
$20.
Yeah, so this is actually good for Zelda. He hasn't come over here. This is a couple entrances that he was probably hoping to never have to go really right in, and he got him out on the way. But he's going to drop down here. He's going to come out on the bridge, and he's going to be able to mirror and kind of check everything else.
And that is crystal number 1 for Jesse. 57 minutes in, beating up line there. They're the place out, never has to come back. And there's the bridge for Zelda.
Yeah. He's going to go see. This is Desert Palace. He's going to go and actually full clear Desert Palace.
Yep.
Actually,
he has the big key to check the big chest, which I don't think Jesse had when he went through here earlier.
They both did. The big key was sitting over in the sanctuary drop down. Yeah.
Yeah, back of escape. I just couldn't remember if Jesse had gone here before or after that trip.
Yeah. Well,
I do remember mentally writing off the front of Desert as being better than dead, so not gonna find much here.
Yeah.
So looking at our collection of entrances, we found a good chunk of our dungeons. We are missing... We haven't seen the back of Skull Woods, we haven't seen Meyer at all, we haven't seen the front of TR, so that one's not as important. We haven't seen Naka Tower, for what that's worth.
Yeah.
No knowledge of... Haven't seen the 2 Northern Light World drop-downs, so we don't know if Ganon's vanilla, that's currently a 1 in 3. And we're missing a lot of items.
Yeah, yeah, we're missing most of... Well, we're missing probably like 7 item caves, but the big one we're missing is Blind's Hut.
No, we saw that earlier. That's Desert left.
Yeah, you are correct.
Because we got ourselves a hookshot. We got ourselves what was in there, because our hookshot and our boots and the pod big were all in there. That was a bit very important, Blind's Hut.
Yeah. So really, realistically, we're from a balance perspective, we're missing 4 single item caves and 2 item caves, I think. One of the fairies and Meyer's Shed, and then
don't believe we still haven't found fairy yet.
Yeah.
No.
We haven't seen Nagina, we haven't seen Chess Game, we haven't seen C-Shaped Hut or Ice Rod Cave or King's Tomb, I think.
Saw King's Tomb someplace I forgot. I think we've also seen Ice Rod Cave, and I know we did see Agina because you commented on it. No clue where any of them were, but we did see those.
Yeah, no, I know we've seen the fake Ice Rod Cave. I must have missed the actual Ice Rod Cave then.
It was something completely forgettable. Hey, Eastern area for Zelda.
Yeah. This is good for him.
Jesse's doing some entrances we've already seen on that side. There's the take any for Zelda, who's going to go get a blue potion. Smart Choice is on a whopping 14 hearts, so really does not need that heart container.
So, I made this comment when we were doing the lead up to this. Zelda has actually played nothing but Retrance so far. This tournament has rotating modes. Zelda has played nothing but Retrance so far in this tournament. The last match I commented, he was skipping take any caves at like 6 hearts. He was going to skip that regardless.
They are at a spectacular amount of health as we hit the 1 hour mark here. 14 hearts each. They do not need to worry about it. Blue mail too for Zelda, not that he needs it. And not that Jesse needs to find it either. Although that isn't Hookshot Cave, and he does need to find that hookshot out of Blind's Hut. Which is in the desert left entrance, which he needs to find a mirror, because he needs to get back to Spike Cave for, which is kind of ugly. That's kind of not something he's going to get back to for a minute. So this pod entrance, I believe, is new.
Yeah, so I noticed how Zelda decided to do this, and he did this in a very smart. So Zelda did not decide to do Eastern Palace when he was routing through this. He decided to drop down and then work his way over. He orphaned this entrance a long time. He orphaned that pod entrance a long time ago because he started to follow connectors. I suspect what's going to happen is once he's done with pod, he will take the portal and then go check the pod entrance and the Eastern Palace entrance together. Here we go. Push, camera unlock, so you don't even have to mimic clip.
Very nice. He will also be able to get the pod big chest here, because I don't believe Jesse had the pod biggie when he went through here earlier.
Nope, that's one of the...
well, he still doesn't, because that's in Blind's Hut.
Yeah.
So that would be one additional check. Still cannot do Helmasaur right now due to a lack of a bow, though they did both purchase arrows. Jesse did purchase get to that arrow shop last time he was on Death Mountain, Lake Death Mountain, so they will both be able to use the bow once they get it.
Yeah.
We just don't know where they're at. Oh, sorry, I should clarify. Jesse is Radical Sniper.
Yes. Jesse, I fall victim of this very much of not actually saying Jesse. I'm not saying Radical Sniper and just calling him Jesse all the time. He goes by other name, parenthetically, even like everywhere.
His Discord name is like RadicalSniper99 parentheses Jesse. Yeah. At least in some Discords.
Yeah. So I'm very prone to just calling him nothing but Jesse because Jesse is easier. Sniper 99.
It is. It's a mouthful. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have a tendency on comms to shorten names when possible within reason. So, like, neither of us are calling zelgadissan by the full name, and just Zelda works because, well.
I'm thinking of like a runner in the Zooter community who everybody likes to call Bobby.
Yes, also runs Z1R as well, and Sea Falcon's technically what shows up on stream and whatnot. Totally missed pod Big Chest while we were digressing on things.
Did not look to be anything important.
Thank you. Go ahead.
At best, it was a boomerang. So.
Yeah. But yes, we do. Yeah, go. We were talking about something about names. I didn't quite catch what you were getting at before we digressed again.
I wasn't saying anything.
Alright, never mind. But yes, the one on stream, the name on stream shows Jesse Radical Sniper. Yeah, is Twitch name and I believe race time name, both of which are just simply RadicalSniper99. But in Discord, it's it gets got both.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we do tend to shorten names. I find I tend to shorten just about anything that's more than 4 syllables. Though exact abbreviations vary depending on the person and name.
Like, for example, the team name of Jesse, Kaysden, and Leori of Light for ALttPR League. All 3 of them are actually teammates. Do you know what their team name is, Star?
Not off the top of my head, I think.
It's their initials. JK Lol.
Okay.
We're finally seeing the North Dark World drop down checks.
Late worldy.
Yeah.
We are finally going to see what these are and confirm where's Ganon at today.
Yeah, and Zelda's happy that he got his blue goo
and
again.
There's the answer again.
Yeah, so this means that Ganon, the tower climb is locking an item. We don't know which.
Nope. Because we do have it set in Retrance so that you don't have to be Aga 2 to access Ganon. It's fast Ganon, but you might if there's an item required behind a Ganon entrance.
Oh my
God! There's our lair.
There it is. I knew it. It was going to be somewhere really, really stupid. And Jesse, yep. Yep, that's the appropriate reaction for that. It's like, all this has been in logic forever, just because this is why you do a sanctuary start, just so you can check that entrance, just so you don't have to think that, I'm out of logic doing Dark Old Man and not check yield. Oh, and here's.
Speaking of our single line of caves, we got there's the C-shaped app. But yes, this is why you do this early.
Because GFE. You know why this happens. Zelda did a sanctuary start, and your team captain did an uncle start. That's how it happened.
And neither of them do houlihan starts because we were talking about that earlier.
I would agree, I see now, GFE. I would completely agree because this is a very rupee-heavy mode. You doing a houlihan starts you basically with 230 rupees, which means you essentially get your bomb money, and your arrow money right off the bat. It's a very good start for that because you just don't have to worry about like the very basics of starting everything up. Meanwhile, Zelda's finally decided to go do Ice
Palace. Makes sense. He knows it's a crystal. He can flow through the place. Got the big key. Got hammer, glove, fire rod, and bombos, and some potions. He's fine.
Yep.
Don't mind me snickering about that lamp over here. Very nice icebreaker. There's our bow. Yeah, that's our bow. Well.
It was very close to being an Ice Palace Big Chest. Watch, our second bowl will be an Ice Palace Big Chest.
Yeah, it's quite possible as we find Flake. Well, that's gonna serve not a lot, I don't think.
Well, no, that is
technically... Never mind, I actually just realized.
Yeah, and there's our flute.
Okay, I guess Ice Palace is everything now that we finally get in the door here.
Yeah, this unfortunately means that, like, this isn't one of those things where it's going to be like, well, it isn't hard to report. Like, no, you have to do Tower of Hair because you have to get the Fire Rod or Bombos out of it.
Yeah, because both were in there to get in here.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, unfortunately, Jesse's not going to be able to do it. He's in the wrong world for this, and he doesn't have mitts. Dark... What case?
What would he need the mitts for here? Sorry. Oh, wait.
So he's actually...
Oh, wait, no, lost my sense of direction. Yeah, that's why. Here's Red Mail, okay. All the items in Ice Palace, I guess.
Almost vanilla mail, just one room above where it normally is.
Yep, because Red Mail is normally here, which has our 15th heart container for Zelda instead. Okay.
And that was our sanctuary heart.
Nice. They are healthy, rich at 1302 and 1404. Yeah, unfortunately, Jesse.
Okay, good. No,
there's our floating island entrance connector. Going to skip Iced Tea for Zelda there, I notice.
I think the play right now in Zelda's mind, he's probably in Go mode. He could be considering himself in Go mode. Short of the flippers.
He actually might, yes.
He needs flippers, but that's about it. And unless he's seen flippers somewhere. This is aggressive, but it is understandable. Like he's probably thinking right now, I have enough time to hear if that's flippers.
He doesn't even know that it is flippers because he is.
No, he did a map. He did a map check. He knows that.
Oh, I know it's Swamp. I can't read his tracker. That's what's wrong. Let's see. We are missing. What are we missing on his end? We know that his final crystal is a 50-50 between Pod and Skull Woods. We're back. Sorry, somebody deafened the wrong bot.
So right now Jesse's going to go look and find that Hair Big is. He has the hair. I guess he doesn't want to do the bomb jump, or he's uncomfortable doing that bomb jump. Because he should have the hair big key.
He should, yeah. That was the front of Thieves down, and he beat the place.
Yeah. There's both of the fire sources that we'll need to get into Ice Palace.
Yep. Alright, King's Tomb entrance is just game. One of our remaining entrances in Map Desert doesn't really help.
Come on, Zelda. Do the blind drop. You know you want to blind drop this. You know it's an item. You know you can get either of them.
Yeah. Alright, Green Pendant for Jesse. And there's the lamp. At an hour 13, we have a lamp for Zelda, who's probably not as amused as Jesse was earlier by, oh, well, that's where my logic went. Thanks.
Nah, he probably knew it was. He probably had a suspicion that it was something like sitting right there.
Yeah, they were starting to run out of logical places for that lamp to be.
Yeah. Because, like, the only other way he could get everything into logic, that probably wasn't going to happen.
Doing some village of outcast entrances for Zelda. Remember, I think Jesse checked these earlier. I don't remember a lot here.
Yeah, there wasn't. I even forgot to click them off on my entrance track because there was. Okay, that's where Ice Rat Cave was.
Yep. Yeah, we were discussing where some of our single item caves went off to, and yeah, Dark Sink, King's Tomb, and Ice Rat Cave right there were two of them.
Yeah.
What are our remaining available entrances for this mire, by the way? Because we haven't seen that yet, and we do need it. I know we haven't seen mire itself. It could be vanilla.
So right now, like, our major things are before we get to our mids, like, our major entrances that I don't think we've seen are either the bonk rocks behind Link's house and Bomb Shop in either world.
Yep.
I don't believe either runner has checked Mini Moldorm Cave. And
I don't believe so.
And then, other than that, we still have the back of Skullwoods, because we just got a fire rod.
Correct.
Jesse gonna go get his stuff out of Ice Palace. That is unfortunately not going to be a hookshot, not going to be a... He really needs mitts at this point, because it's really bad for him. Well, it's really bad for him to get back to Mire, but at the same time, like, if he goes and takes it, he doesn't have the mirror, he has no reason to go back to the region.
No. He'd like the mirror too. It's not required, but Spike Cave is... it's just not an end place for him. Oh, Zelda never peeked this item. Can you get the map?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, oh, it's pod map. That's actually useful.
That is actually useful. He doesn't have that info yet, and that'll give him confirmation on what his final crystal is.
Yeah, that's his last 50-50. Here's our
and there's the back of Skullwood. Speaking of well, things, because if
no, well, you're going in there. You're going in there.
No, you're going in there.
It's like, wait, I could mirror and wait. No, this is Skullwoods.
This is funny, by the way, because it's a 50-50 between Skullwoods and Pod right now for him for his last crystal, and he was missing it until right now. Convenient.
Yeah, he was probably thinking, wait, I can mirror and check this, and then he was like, wait a second, no, I can just go kill Mothula, and I'll be 100% certain.
Yep. It's also two fairly quick items.
Yeah, this is a very, very, one of your very fastest dungeons to clear, as long as you have the fire rod and you're comfortable doing Mothula on whatever equipment it is. This is Tempered Sword, this will be fine. Fighter Sword Mothula is where you start having issues.
Yep.
Though, Hammer Moth can be... Hammer Moth isn't too bad, but you also have to be really comfortable doing Hammer Moth. Because the hitbox in Mothula can be very weird.
Yes, it can. Nice T for Jesse is just a heart piece, so no worries for Zelda, who skipped that earlier.
Yeah,
Mott's down with a Bloopy, and that is a crystal. So don't need to beat Pod. One item left on Helmasaur, which we may or may not need. And yeah, we are in Find Wire mode for Zelda at this point. Find Wire and Flipper, sorry.
Yeah. So, I forgot, there are still 1 or 2 more entrances down here. I always forget it. Race game is a really, really easy entrance to forget about in Entrance Rando because it's not something you ever visit. You almost always visit it in non-Entrance Rando normally, but it can only be accessed by a mirror or a connector in Entrance Rando, so it's really hard to find. We're going to do the Grove, and then I'm pretty sure Zelda's going to, after doing Stumpy, and go check Spiral Cave to get that item out of the way. Zelda is very close to being done. Here comes Agate Tower.
Oh, hey, there's Agate Tower. 2 reasonably quick items.
Yeah. There's nothing in here is going to require him to climb.
And that Ether's dead.
Yeah. Nothing in here there's no real reason for him to climb. There's nothing even logically that can force a climb at this point. So he's just going to grab these 2 items and bail.
Yep. And bombs. Yeah, well, that was a snooze. Pretty quick check, though, so not too bad.
Yeah, and really good, pretty clean Cold Stare for Jesse. That's going to be his 3rd crystal?
3rd crystal, yep, in hour 19.
Yeah, so right now, they're about tied, other than the Mothula thing, but that's gonna, like, this is where that mirror's really going to start to hurt. Is really hurting him, because other than, like, it locking the boots and the hook shot, which are needed, it's now locking Mothula, so it's compounding the issue. And
yes, it is.
And the really unfortunate fact is like, Spike Cave is on the same screen, almost the same screen as where Skull Woods is, so you can't, in the opposite world, so you can't do, you can't, like, try to pair those together, because...
Yeah, we're seeing 2 of our remaining quick entrances here. I believe both sets of Bonk Rocks there were not helpful.
Yeah, so this is basically like mini Moldorm Cave, or...
Yeah. Jesse, back in the Mire area, unfortunately without that mirror to go check the... What he really wants is the Desert Left entrance, for those who missed it, because that has Windsa in it, which has his hookshot, his boots, and a Pod Big Key, which we no longer need, as we just found out on Zelga's side. But the other thing, too, is not only has Jesse lost efficiency to mirror, he's also just lost straight up time to not having boots, because Zelga's had those for quite a while now.
Yeah, we're now sitting on... I think I said it'd take at least half an hour, and that was... 40 minutes ago?
Had those for... Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been 40 minutes, and there's always the general rule of thumb that, like, I mean, boots save time. Boots save a lot of time the earlier you get them. But, like, the general rule of thumb is, like, every 10 minutes or so that you have boots is 1 minute of time save over your opponent. So, like, Zelda's saving 4 minutes, and this isn't even including, like, all the backtracking that's gonna have to get done. Oh, yeah, and I don't think... Zelda hasn't done...
He hasn't done late shopping, I don't think.
Yeah. He'll just come up here, check a few entrances, and then...
He has it. He has. This was... he's taking Hyrule Castle Connector back to...
He's gonna go beat Eastern
area?
Palace. He's beating Eastern Palace.
That makes sense. Speaking of Eastern, that's where Jesse is heading to the back of... It'll be crystals numbers 3 and 5 for these two. There's a big key to Meyer,
Okay.
which I forgot we needed. Whoops.
Yeah, so now we're just flippers from Go. In a sense, you kind of hope that Meyer's flippers locked in a way.
I was thinking that we do have a couple flippers. We technically both the Ice Palace. I don't think we ever saw that Waterfall Fairy entrance. Or
no, we haven't.
Period. Nobody's fake flippered or water walked over, so we haven't seen any of those.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the way the entrance is shuffled out, it's not a really good setup to do a water walk, a straight up water walk. You have to kind of like do the you have to water. The only way you would technically water walk is like exiting out of Waterfall Fairy Cave, which is sad because half the joy in entrance randos like getting to here's Meyer, Vanilla Meyer.
Sure, I guess. Never. Well, that answers that question.
Oh no. Okay, so we're flippers from Go.
We are flippers from Go.
Okay.
And okay.
Zelda's going to be hunting flippers, and now he gets to know that he gets to skip everything that isn't Zora. Anything on the Lake Islands.
Yep. We are in fact going to go do a quick bet. Where have these flippers gone off to? Let's see. Remaining dungeon end checks. We haven't seen Helmasaur. We're missing a decent amount of checks in TR, honestly. Neither of them has checked the front. Well, not a decent amount. We've got a few in the front there. We've obviously got Meyer has not been seen. We haven't seen GT right side. Can't climb GT without the big key.
Yeah.
Obviously we aren't getting anywhere in the swamp.
Yeah, Jesse is unfortunately peeling off to go back into Super Bunny. I don't know exactly. I guess he's going to try to reverse through Turtle Rock.
I guess, but yeah, we are running lower on locations for flippers that don't.
Actually, this is probably going to be GT right side and reversing through Turtle Rock.
That would make sense.
Actually, looking at our entrances and our must connects right now, I'm pretty sure that the Turtle Rock main entrance, we've actually reversed our Turtle Rock entrances. The Laser Bridge entrance is Turtle Rock main, so you can only get there either by going all the way back or by beating Trinity. This would be more of a concern if we weren't playing on Universal Small Keys with Retrance, since we need like all 4 of our small keys to get that into logic. But because we're playing on Retrance, it doesn't. That's a cool location for Berna. Almost.
I was gonna say that's
very vanilla. For those who aren't familiar with the vanilla game, the Cane of Berna is normally located in Spike Cave. So this is almost vanilla.
So look at this, gonna head straight to the back. Because it is Retrance and because it's Retrance, you can just run straight to the back. Don't need to hunt keys, and is gonna hope flippers are there to skip the rest of the place.
Well, with Meyer, you actually don't need. You don't really have to worry about keys too badly. Meyer, like normally the rules like you need 3 small keys to get to the left side. You don't actually need keys to get to Vitreous other than the big key. But realistically, this is just him making a play, saying, "I am 1 item from Go mode. Oh god, he's doing spooky." This is a glitch that I cannot explain other than this looks cool. It's awesome. There we go.
So, yeah. I have heard the technical explanation of it several times. They find the TR big key in Kyle room. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not all I have to say to that. But yeah. Zelga's just playing too. I'm 1 item from Go mode. If it's on Vitreous, I can just get right out of here.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of those cases where Zelda, you have 1,400.
You can use money. You have 1,480 rupees. You can use arrows.
To be fair, this is actually like this part of it's faster. He should switch to the bow for the B9.
Yeah. Alright, right side of GT, which we haven't seen yet. Hair compass, nice shovel on Viddy game, and nothing else on right side GT. That is additional check, huh?
Yeah, that's. But right now the thing is that Zelda is loving the fact that he's in flipper scrub mode because he's basically cut his search space down in this game to very little, and he's going to run through everything in about as efficient as he can do it. Jesse, unfortunately, is in the spot where he's missing literally like 5 items, and they're all like tied so tightly together. It's annoying.
It is. Because for those who missed it, Jesse needs a few things. He needs to. Let's see.
Jesse needs to get his mirror out of Spike.
What tripped Jesse up early is that he did not check the old man save quit for quite a while. That dopes you out of the Dark World bumper ledge, which was their first effective Dark World access, and promptly got your hammer from the front of Skull Woods. Alright, that's it. That's go mode for Zelda. Yeah. Jesse didn't get his Dark World access by way of the old man save quit for a really long while, so did not pick up his hammer, which was required to get your mirror from Spike Cave, which routed Zelda on over to the desert left entrance when he was doing the Mire area by way of connectors. And desert left has Blind Set, which has hookshot boots and a pod Vicky that they no longer need, but those boots and mirror were huge for Zelda.
Yeah. And Zelda has a bajillion small keys for doing Swamp Alice, so he's going to skip every single one of them he can. And he's going to be done in 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes.
Yeah. Just needs to beat Swamp and run on over the game.
Well, yeah, they both did. So unfortunately, for right now, it looks like Radical Sniper is going to. It's pretty much over. There's no real way that this is going to be.
Unfortunately, this is not a close race. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I really wish I could say it was, but he's been behind for a while, and those flippers were just in such a friendly spot for Zelda.
Yeah. So this unfortunately kind of means that our tracker today, Kazan, who's been doing a wonderful job, is going to be the last runner. Wow.
They're silvers.
Wow, silvers in Turtle Rock. I never would have guessed. But yeah, unfortunately, this basically means that Kazan, who is our wonderful tracker today, is the last going to be the last representative for Team. I believe it's No Hyrule. Against Team DX. I'm sure somewhere off in a corner, Wall Kicks and Zelda are going to start drawing straws to figure out who gets across keys in Game
5. Wall Kicks is there in the chat, and actually,
I guess it is.
Shoutouts since they haven't done that yet, actually. Shoutouts to RadicalSniper and ZelgaDissan. Please a good note for all our runners. Nice Shroom on August. Thank you also to Topfile, my co-commentator, and to our two trackers, actually, Kaysen and Leoria, who joined us a little bit later to hop on and help with the tracking. Thank you so much.
Yep. we may get an answer right now to see if I was right about frontal track being the laser bridge entrance. But here comes Zelda. All he has to do is run over to the sanctuary entrance to do the drop down.
No, this will be a pretty speedy Retrance seed too, about an hour 33 or 34.
Yeah, Retrance is a faster mode than cross keys normally, though that isn't a hard and fast rule. You can easily get 2-hour Retrance seeds if everything kind of like shakes out to be really, really bad. But Zelda really hit a good route through the seed.
Yeah.
I think that's our last bottle.
It is bottle percent, I believe. And another hurt piece. 17 hearts for Jesse. He has not had any problems there. 16 hearts for Zelda as well.
16 hearts and red mail for Zelda. He can take a few Ganon bumps here.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, it was really, it was the hammer. It was really just Zelda had the hammer when he found Spike Cave, and Jesse didn't. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
Yes, I was right. Good. I like validation. And I like entrance tracking validation.
It is nice when you have just to have the satisfaction of, hey, I kept track of things correctly.
Yeah, Zelda got the torch glitch, so we're about 4 or 5 spins away from this being over.
Yep.
And Jesse won't have any idea where his mirror, his hookshot, his boots, or the
flippers are. Yeah. He's got the keys he needs, just not the items.
Yeah. This actually could be a play into Spike Cave if he goes from south from here, because he's in CAC and he's walking down. But it might not. Like, this could easily not be.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG's here to Zelda, who's gonna finish on up and take another game for his team with an official race time GG time of 1:33:35.
Yep, and unfortunately, here we go. Jesse is about to go get his mirror, and I don't know if he realizes how far. I don't think he's seen the race room yet.
He hasn't said anything in the race time, at least, so...
Yeah.
He is about to realize, oh, that was there the entire time.
I think he's just looking at the... Yeah, he might... Yeah, so let's see. Where is he going to go from here? He's walking out of CAC. Oh, he's going to check the Death Mountain. Yeah, this is our connector to the Death Mountain Island. Yeah, Case, then I can see that. This is one of those cases where I feel like you've probably missed that mirror for almost an hour. And, I don't know when he'll, it's one of those things. It's just one of those unfortunate things.
Yep, and we are now joined by Zelgadissan, the winner of this race. GG's.
Yo, GG's, thank you.
GG's. That was a really, really weird seed in a lot of ways. Just so many items kind of like closely packed together that blindside. And Hera, for example. Really, really weird. A lot of just it's kind of hard to explain. If I'm not sure if you're looking on the restream right now, but Jesse just finally got his mirror.
Yeah, about a minute
ago. So he hasn't had his boots at all. He doesn't have a hookshot. He doesn't have flippers. He doesn't have all those things. He hasn't found Skull Woods. He's really, really, really far back, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I guess in a way, like, how did you feel like when you were playing that seed? Were you happy when you got the hammer out of Skull Woods pretty early on?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Like, the hammer was in a place that I thought was kind of awkward. Like, with the way it starts, a lot of people in Retrance end up doing a Houlihan start because they want the money, and then they end up going to the castle. So I was thinking, if you rescue the old man, it's not that insane with that mountain start point to get to the hammer. But I did feel like I probably got to it first.
You got to it first by a lot. Just by a good bit, yeah.
Yeah, that hammer, and then having the cape, hammer, glove by the time I found Spike Cave was really lucky. Like, that's a god-awful mirror if you don't have all the equipment the first time you find it. So I'm not overly surprised to hear that it's been a rough run for Jesse. And then everything being right behind the mirror there in the mire area, or desert ledge, I guess I should say. Literally the entire seed's in the mire area, whether it's the desert ledge or mire.
Yeah,
Vanilla Mire too. I forgot that.
yeah, that was something. Because we were discussing, it's like, okay, we're running out of locations for this mire, and Vanilla Mire is one of those places. Yep.
Yeah, I felt a little bad that I didn't get to Eastern and Mire a little bit quicker, because like I had all that entrance stuff to be doing in the South Dark World area, and I was thinking, if I had just skipped that and gone to the Crystal, I just hit go mode like 5 minutes faster. So it's one of those things where like, yeah, I felt really good about the ordering I've done in the scene, but there were a couple possible landmines, like maybe Jesse's right behind me, skipped a few entrances, and he got there quicker. Maybe Jesse got to Pod and got Samaria earlier, and there's something major in like right side GT because I don't know when I'm getting back there. Things like that. And thankfully, it just, at least for me, thankfully that just never really seemed to lead to anything except the Mire Crystal.
Yeah, he was earlier to Pod. He did have the Samaria earlier, but he didn't really have a reason to go back to GT for a while. And when he did, I don't think there was anything over there.
Left side GT was sufficiently useless. I wrote nothing down for that side.
Yeah.
To that effect, that speaking of Jesse, the GG's to him as well. He has decided to forfeit the race, and we will be joining to invite him right now. GG's.
GG.
Yo, GG's.
Yeah, that seed was gross, Jesse.
What was that?
That seed was gross. Don't worry. Just do yourself a favor if you want to see what the hell you missed. Drop down that ledge, go over to Desert Ledge, and check Desert Left. That's what you missed.
Yeah, Desert Left entrance is it's got everything for you.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've got mirror, I guess that a lot earlier is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40-ish minutes, 40 minutes, I want to say, maybe earlier. I still just had it for a while.
Yeah, no, that checks.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing pretty good, and then I saw that and I was like, I got the mirror, and then I saw the race room and was like, oh crud, yeah, no.
Yeah, it turns out that the seed decided to have a bit of jokes, not just placing both of your fire sources on, other than the lamp, which you both abandoned for a solid 75 minutes because neither of you hooligans. And GFES works for you both.
I've
both the
never
fire
been
sources.
a meta person for
I know
the entrance, so.
But obviously, like both of those fire sources sitting over in the bottom of Dark East Death Mountain in Tower of Hera, and both the boots and the hook shots sitting in blindside in Desert Left.
Yeah, that's the thing you missed, Jesse. Is the Desert Left entrance is blindside in it? It's got your boots and hook shot.
I knew there was an entrance with a bunch of items in it somewhere, and I was like, "Where are you?"
Yeah,
and I felt so good about the early route.
I mean, you weren't doing too bad, honestly. Like, if it was just like, I think, did you forget to check the old man entrance, or were you just kind of like holding off on until you found? Because, like,
I was waiting for a little bit of like a hint that it was going to be my next step. Because like the whole time I'm thinking, like, I know that old man start is a good idea, but I did a lot of that out of logic, or I rescued him out of logic. Let me see if I can discover something that's going on here to make it in logic. Like, I don't care too much, but I just want to know.
Yeah.
So let me, sort that for a bit, and then I was like, you know what? We've done the good light world checks. Let's hit dark world. So.
Yeah.
Or let's see where the old man lets out, and then you find out it's dark world, and you're like, okay, this is.
Yeah. That. So basically, like Zelda kind of, he had started Sanctuary, so he kind of knew us in the village, and so when you guys kind of like circled around and did everything together, Zelda went into Dark World and got into Skullwoods, got the hammer. Had managed to find Thieves Town long before doing South of Kakariko, so he had a cape. So,
Yep.
like, when he found Spike Cave, he had his invincibility. Like, the only thing that he needed was a lamp to get it all
Yeah.
in logic, and, that was just sitting over in, the fairy drop. So, like, he went into he had the mirror, so he kind of, like, was able to just start, like, doing everything, and, well... I mean, your route was good. It was understandable. It was just, like, that Spike Cave was in a horrible spot for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I had
the
thought about
race.
it a couple of times. There's my flippers.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't worry. Skullwoods is just sitting over in race game left just for the added salt in the wound.
Pretty
Ah.
much.
What was my last
Uh,
crystal? Skullwoods.
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 Okay.
It was kind of funny for Zelda because at that point for him it was a 50-50 Pod Skullwoods. The pod map's on race game.
Ah, that was that map. Okay.
So it's like you get your information either way. Pod map or just beat Moth. It's
Yeah,
kinda
I
funny.
almost went back out to check the pod map, and I was like,
Thank
I'm
goodness.
gonna beat Moth regardless. I should just go in and beat Moth. So
Yeah, you're
we-
right
we-
there. It's 2 quick items.
Yeah, we saw the moment of hesitation, and then Zelda, I can't believe you did Eastern Palace without a bow.
it was such a bad location. That was the only reason.
I was like, I was like, oh, if I dip this and it's something, and then you get that ice big, and you're like, yes, like, because I know who I'm against, and then nothing in ice big chest, and you're like, well,
Look,
and there's the bow in ice, and you're just like, yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Ice Palace had a few things you needed.
Just really. I mean, you had the bow, but you could have. I guess. Where was the other? The other bow was
TR
the
big
Others were in
TR
TR Big Chest.
and I think the
Yeah.
big key was what? No,
Tile
that was
room.
right side GT. That was
Tile
somewhere on
room
right
was
side GT.
Yeah.
it was Tile room was where TR Big went. So you could have gotten that though, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, this is. I think when Zelda came in, I just said this was really like a really weird seed. Everything was really like super clustered together. Like Para, obviously, both your Meyer entrance items were sitting in one room together. I also I completely forgot that the Moon Pearl and the Glove were sitting the well over in
Oh,
Semi.
yeah, that
They,
way back
That
at the
feels
start
like
of the
such a
seed.
great start. I'm like, pearl and a glove, we're in business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know that I'm a little different for doing that as my initial checks. And then it was nothing, and I was like, okay, fine. Or like, no, that it was great. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, finding that mirror, you got a problem. Spike Cave is just a terrible entrance. I don't have any
Yeah.
other way to describe it.
Yeah, like honestly, I also had a fairy in a bottle, so that might have got me there if I didn't have the cape. But if I couldn't have done it when I found Spike Cave, I honestly don't know when I get back there either. So I think I just got really lucky with the item ordering here.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of like, I love cross keys. I love entrance rando. I feel like that's always kind of just part of the agreement when you play this. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, you get those seeds where you're searching for go mode for 30 minutes and, you do what you think are the right checks, quote unquote, and like, oh, I'm going to go for density. And it just turns out that if you followed this obscure chain of one-offs, like, that you could have hit, you'll be there so much faster. And like, it's not a bad thing. It's just, those hurt. Like, you're like, I was efficient today. And then no.
Yeah. So, anyway, kind of like looking forward, I think this is the third loss on your guys on Team Noah Hyrule side for
Yep.
the first 4 games, which unfortunately I believe this means Kaysen, who I think I've said before, doing a wonderful job tracking today. Is now up against Zelda, Wally, and Dante.
Yeah.
For the rest of the series. I got faith in him. I know the next game's Kroski's. Zelda, are you gonna wrestle Wally for the chance to play something other than Retrance in this tournament, or is Wally just gonna go like handcuff you to the ring post so he can get his revenge?
We've already had the wrestle out. We already figured it out. As soon as the mode got rolled, we went ahead and fought it out. And I guess since we already know who one opponent is, I'll just go ahead and say that Wally's going to play cross keys. So
yeah. Anyway, GG's. This was a really good race, all in all. Thank you very much. So
yeah, big GG's. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, like Ken said, I think it's just lucky ordering, which says so much in rando sometimes. But yeah, looking forward to the next time.
Yep.
Yep, GG. So that shall be pretty much it here for us today. Please do give both of our runners a follow. Kasten, sorry, not Kasten. That's my brain. Reading last message in the chat was from Kasten, just why my brain quit. Please give our runners a follow. RadicalSniper and zelgadissan. Thank you so much to my co-com Tafile and to our trackers, actually Kasten now, and Leoria for doing the tracking today. Thank you so much. This will be it here for us tonight. For now, here on CSR, we do have a couple things left on the schedule. Coming up ahead, we have coming up ahead in about an hour and 10 minutes here on this channel, we'll have the Grand Finals Game 2 of the Skyward Sword Randomizer Easter 2023 Blitz tourney between Jazznex and KitKat. We'll also have at 10 p.m. Eastern here on this channel, the Breath of the Wild All Dungeons Tournament 2023 Semifinals between TAPIR and Nomen. And as well at 10 p.m. Eastern on CSR2, we'll have the Zelda 2 Multi-Category Tournament 2023 Swiss Round 3 between Kelsey and Meg. Keep an eye on schedule as well as to know when the next game between these teams is scheduled, as of course I require some planning for that. And then that'll be it. And then we hope to see y'all back around. I think that'll be it for us. Thank you for watching all, and have a good afternoon and evening.